What's going on, everybody? So I want to finally talk about Runewords, but before we talk about what Runewords feel like from the PTR experience, from my point of view, let's go back to that Genesis moment when we finally found out that runes are coming to Diablo IV because of that campfire chat. What did that feel like to learn that that whole system was entering?
We're going to be talking about Runewords.
Oh, motherfucker!
Yeah.
No way. Let's go.
So let's start with a little background.
Way, dude. You
so
fucking
Runewords
saved
were
it.
in
Talk to
Diablo
me.
II,
Talk to
and
me.
they were a very powerful way of
Okay, so that was pretty awesome. And now from there, now that we've had a chance to actually get our hands on all 45 Runewords, I gotta tell you, for me, in the way that I play, there's really only four. There's only 4 runes of all the Runewords that kind of speak to me. And it's not really a surprise that Runewords are going to just increase your player power or defense, and that's sort of the fun part of it. Like when you go back to Diablo 2, it would increase your mobility through things like Enigma, which also increased your magic find, and your ability to survive things also made you very strong. Then you had things like Spirit, which was a very overpowered Runeword that allowed basically any character that could wield Spirit to just navigate through the content pretty freely until pretty much the end game, okay? Now in Diablo 4, it's not Diablo 2, it's a different game. And so when you go through some of these effects and stuff, as an example, you got new things like Ahu Rune. And so the way that the rune system works, if you're not familiar with this at all, it's a cause and effect. If you make something happen, the effect is what you choose. So you have one, it's a two-party system. You have one rune that will, as an example, called Tam, cast a non-channeled skill, okay? And it gives you some amount of offering, okay? Once you have enough offering, in this case 500, you'll then invoke or evoke the barbarian skill Warcry, giving you multiplicative damage, movement speed, and any other benefits that might come with that in the future, okay? And the same is true for like something like Yul Yam, which is a druid petrify skill. Allows things to become petrified and increases your critical strike damage to them during a duration. I think both of these, by the way, are 6 seconds. Now, this is just a slight example, but of all 45 runes that are available and the mix and match combos, I think that there's only these 4 because as a player and the way that I want to navigate the content of the game, I'm looking for things that make me stronger. And anything outside of that is very interesting. Like maybe you want to summon a wolf, and maybe you want to use some necromancer skills to just see what happens to kill things that are low level instantaneously inside the pits, or hell tides, things like that. And the game certainly allows you to do it, but it's not as exciting as I hoped that it would be. And so what I think the biggest benefit is for Runewords in Diablo 4, trying to be as articulate as I can, is I think the door being open for this system injected into the game is the best thing for everybody. Now, it may not initially be what I want. It wasn't that exciting that I thought it was going to be because, man, that delivery was great. You showed me Enigma, but now that's not even like close to what's actually happening in the modern version of Diablo. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer at all. I'm actually really positive about Runewords because imagine right now that wasn't even there. We still are just stuck with gems in the game. So at least this is an expansive process into the character building endeavor, which I think is pretty nice. But for a guy like me, it's just about that player power, multiplicative damage buckets, and making my build come online faster. And when I was doing a duo collaboration with Darth Microtransaction recently, we started characters from 1 to 60. And on our fun little adventure, we killed goblins and stuff, and runes started dropping. And it was exciting and felt great to pick up a rune again. And I immediately thought, okay, do I have any scattered prisms? How can I use this rune to make a rune word to see will that help my druid out or my character, or whatever you're going to play, right? How does that work? And it kind of is like a stopgap measure to help me get a little bit more power to navigate into the next tier of content to enjoy. So I think that Runewords being introduced to the game is the most exciting thing. And for me, what I would recommend anybody try right now are these 2 outstanding runes. Tam combined with Ohm Rune gives you a really rapid, if you're playing a Lightning Spear Sorceress, delivery of the enhanced Warcry from the Barbarian, which will increase your multiplicative damage, your movement speed, subsequently your critical strike chance if you're using Esu's boots in this build. Additionally, Yul Rune says cast a skill with a cooldown, okay? So any skill that has a cooldown for our build, well, that's pretty much everything. Teleport, unstable currents, ice armor, flame shield, lightning spear, yada yada, you get it. So whenever we do anything, bam, we start to work towards Yam, which is the casting of Druid's Petrify. So these 4 runes, Tam, Ohm, in conjunction with Yul, Yam, seem to be the best for me. And I'm curious to hear what you guys are doing now. I'm just learning the system. I got lots to learn. I'm not perfect at all, but I'm always willing to try something if you guys are having success with it. So let me know. In addition, I think that this could be a hell of a lot more interesting if we start to get runes that you're wearing, or like a rune word that you use that I use, and together we collectively apply something to the combat situation. The idea of the door opening up for rune words and just being able to increase interesting interactions between monster families and players, I think is exciting. So big W for the game overall. Great to see it here. And we'll see where they go from this point, this starting point for all of us, okay? Just giving you a straight, honest review. Runewords are back. It feels nice. Curious to see where we go in the future with your feedback in mind. Much love, everybody. Thanks for checking out today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one.